Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we report having guests in the new year like we promised. But mostly, we report making art. My name's Benj.
And my name is Isaac.
And I'm Madiii.
And as we spoke of a couple episodes ago, we said that in the new year we were going to have new guests.
Mm-hmm.
And we
delivered,
didn't
but wrong.
wait. Yeah,
Yep.
It's not the new year. Although I imagine somewhere in the world, like Israel. Is it like midnight in Israel yet?
I mean, especially if we're releasing this at what, like 4?
Yeah,
Ish,
it's
our time.
It's the new year somewhere.
Yeah.
All our foreign guests on the other side of the world. It's not a lie to you.
Yep.
But it is technically, we didn't do what we said we would
Well,
do.
but we will also have more guests in the new year, so...
Yes. But we have brought on Madiii because not only is Madiii our friend, she's also a world-renowned to-go box artist.
Mm-hmm. And the inventor of Space Hamster.
Yes.
Space Hamster.
The
Yeah.
Space Hamster.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about Space Hamster for all of your adoring fans?
Space Hamster has been drawn on every to-go box for the past, 8 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a little chubby hamster in a spacesuit.
Yeah.
He has friends. He has the Galactic Gator friend and Cosmic Cat friend. Yeah.
Now we've been big fans for a while because you also, like us, don't use color.
Mm-hmm.
It's just black ink.
Yep.
Now you use styrofoam as
Yeah.
your medium,
Yeah.
but
Right. Which...
it's styrofoam is just the new paper.
It's just a
as I
different
always
type
say.
of paper. You still can't erase. You're still using ballpoint pen.
Like the space age paper,
Mm-hmm.
foamy.
Yep. For Space Hamster.
Yeah, exactly. But today we're not going to draw Space Hamster. Today, although we could come have you back sometime and all draw Space Hamsters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
That would be something.
That's something. But today it is, in fact, New Year's Eve here in the United States, at least. Sorry if you're on the other side of the world. It's New Year's Day and things are all awkward.
Yep. Or if you like China, they have a completely different day.
But we know that you are celebrating New Year's Eve with your friends and family and acquaintances and that one guy who sits in the corner named Josh.
Yep.
So we figured if you're going to have a New Year's Eve party, you might as well have something to show
Right. Yeah.
on the TV. Some people watch the ball drop.
There's no better way to enter into the new year.
Yeah, but some people watch us.
Like you've heard that common thing that people do where they want to end the new year bad so that the next year is only better.
Yeah.
Like this
here
is
to
the
help.
perfect way. Just watch us
Uh-huh.
and then probably end it with Madii's because I'm sure hers will actually be good.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the hope, right? Is that someone will redeem your party. As everyone's, looking for the exit and making their awkward reasons why they're leaving at 7:30 instead of midnight, you can just say, wait, the best part is yet to come. And then Madiii will start drawing, and your day will be saved.
Yeah.
But that's not yet.
They'll be watching the ballpoint pin drop.
Oh, that's good. Man, we should have drawn that.
Yep.
Is it too late? No, we haven't drawn anything yet. You got any more good ideas? Because I'm struggling a bit here. So I am going to start drawing, though, because I'm told I take forever drawing.
Yep.
And we're already many minutes into this, and I haven't drawn anything yet. So here...
I mean, I think this might be a new record. It's less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty great. Here we go. New Year's Eve.
It's a rainbow.
It could be a black and white rainbow.
Could be it could be a rock. Patrick could be living under it.
What could it be now?
Still a rock.
Yep, see? Good things are happening. Good things.
Could be a dome of some sort.
Uh-huh. Could be all those things that you both are suggesting that would be better. Could be a rock, is that what you said? Could be a rock.
Yep, could be. It's a real shifty looking rock, but
Oh man, you made me laugh. Laughter is really the enemy of art.
like this thing, it's
endearing.
It's looking to the side and
Well, you know how everyone feels at New Year's time? They're like, man,
like this person.
I'm gonna be better in the new year.
This person's doing something that's sneaky, though.
No, it's endearing. It's like a half wink.
With both eyes?
Some people call it glaring. I call it a half wink.
With both eyes.
With both eyes.
Like a half blink?
That's just squinting.
Yeah. But like,
Half wink.
they're also clearly looking to the left.
Yeah, well, there's stuff over here for them to look at.
Like, glare at.
Maybe. How many of you have ever seen the movie WALL-E?
Wally.
Yeah, WALL-E.
Yep.
Like, are you asking us or the audience?
I guess I'll ask you two, since
We can
people at home
respond.
don't respond unless we're live. Hey, you two, have you ever seen the movie WALL-E? Benj and Maddie?
I've seen it.
Yep.
Oh, good. That's all.
Yeah, that must be Eve.
Yeah. And Eve has this tradition
Oh.
on her world.
She grows trees on top of her head.
Her world.
No, they like drop her like
Oh.
a ball. She's like hooked up. You know, like at the circus, or not the circus, at the fair when they have those things that you like hit with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, except it drops only,
So,
Doesn't come back up.
and it goes back up.
so you don't
on New Year's
hit
Eve.
it.
Ah.
I don't see how that's anything like the hitting with
It's
the hammer
just
thing.
the same shape.
Oh, I see. It's exactly
Yeah,
like
and
it.
it's a pen.
Oh.
Because Maddie
Now that is
inspired
fancy.
me. It's like dripping ink. You know?
So is this just like a pen, but the hand guard is Eve? Like normally you put the
Right, you know the
the-
pencil grips that they give you in school
yeah.
that everyone fights over, and then the teacher has to take them,
Mhm.
and then some kids chewing on it, and you're like, "Don't chew on that! I don't want to have to resuscitate you when you choke." You know.
It
Yeah, I
has a
remember
it has a
that.
hole in it. It will be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the New Year's Eve. You know that WALL-E movie? Like they never had a sequel.
Right.
You know, like they go back to Earth at the end,
Mhm.
and they're just gonna be like super recyclers. You know, because the whole movie had some undertone about don't destroy the Earth,
Well, I think
or else you get to live in complete happiness on a
I
spaceship.
think what we learned is that the humans will just continue to be lazy, and the robots will do everything for them.
Yeah. And
That's
that's what this is. It was like New Year's, like the week later, so they found one of those, you know, the comically big pens that you find
mm-hmm.
at comically big pen stores.
Oh yeah.
They
I go
found
there
one of
all the
those
time.
like buried in the trash of Earth, and they
Right.
were like, "Oh no, we don't have a ball to drop because those are complicated shapes. But we do have this robot that's mostly round,
Mm-hmm.
rounded arms and legs and head and everything." So they just like hooked it up,
Stabbed.
and they're like, "How?" It's not
through
stabbed.
with a-
She's like velcroed to it
Oh, okay.
from the back. It's not impaling. I know it looks like it's in. Oh shoot.
It's
Intentional art marks.
can't erase that.
Been bitten by a vampire.
The
Space vampire. Yeah.
I thought they found a pen on Earth.
But space vampires visited.
Oh,
So
and realized there's no people, so they drank the ink out of pens.
it's yeah. See? That's a lore in and of itself. But my drawing's mostly empty, so we're gonna add Wally. Sort of, maybe.
I've seen Wally, and that is not
Oh,
him.
this one's broken. This is like a front view. He has like buttons. Button. Vent.
It's kind of looking like R2D2.
Mm-hmm. Like if you make
Just give
a
him a
dome,
dome
top,
head.
it's R2D2.
Oh, he has a long neck.
Now, if you gave him a bone head or a dome head, it would just be weird.
Well, I'm not going to, so don't worry. Oh gosh. Wally's seen better days.
Yeah, I mean he's like a trash robot, so. This is like if a praying mantis mixed with Wally.
Wally is very praying mantis like. You think about it.
I've seen Wally. I never once thought, look at that praying mantis like robot.
Yeah, kind of praying
Maybe
mantis.
this is one of the space
R2D2.
vampires.
A little bit of ET going on.
Yeah,
It's close to Wally.
E.T. just like got into R2D2, and that's what you drew.
Oh, I almost left that at one finger, but it would have looked bad. Gotta be
He's
careful.
doing the little dinosaur hand. You talk with your hand like a
I
dentist.
do not know what his hands look like.
I think they're just claws. Like the claw.
Why
think-
why is one of them a T-Rex and the other's a dog?
Man, I just looked
real good at
I just
shadow.
looked at Wally's face for the first time.
He's real good at like shadow puppets.
This is not what Wally looks like.
Everyone invites them to their New Year's Eve party for the puppet show.
Hush over there, man. For a puppet show.
Oh, that side is my.
Oh,
No, that didn't help.
there's like treads that I'm choosing to not make go all the way across. Wally, New Year's Eve, dropping the ball on the ballpoint pen because they like puns in the future, and fireworks.
Because that makes everything better.
Yeah, it distracts. It distracts.
It gives you something else to look at.
Yeah. So when the guests are like, I don't know about this party.
I think
They're
those
like, "Oh, wait,
fireworks look like if Dr. Seuss did fireworks.
That famous of an artist? Thank you. That's a great compliment. That one doesn't have a fifth one. On purpose.
Kind of looks like Wally's throwing the fireworks.
Maybe he
They're
is.
like ninja stars. He just
Yeah.
tossed in the air.
Yeah. This is it. New Year's Eve.
This feels like an alternate universe where like Eve landed, but Wally didn't care about her, so he just like made her part of his junk collection.
What? No. That's horrible. This is like the sequel that everyone loves and it's endearing. And Wally definitely looks ugly. But it's okay. Something
He
happened.
got uglier.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, it's-
People age.
Yeah.
Especially-
Robots age.
Yeah.
And Eve is real shifty eyes.
Maddie, you do know our rule, though, about having to sign your art with your name and age, right? To make it official
Oh,
art.
yes. I'll have to do that.
That's good. Because that's the only way people are allowed on our channel, is if they do proper art.
Although I didn't practice writing my age, so.
Oh, see? That's one of the trickiest parts sometimes. Just ask Benj.
Thought
Forgets how to
so.
spell it, forgets which way letters go.
Mhm. Yeah, it's hard.
Forgets how old he is.
I can't wait for the future when this is the tradition. It's going to be great. Black and white fireworks, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep,
like
the
they
only
explode
kind.
and you're like, you can't really see them, but
Yeah,
you know they're black
yeah.
fireworks, so they're up there. You have to like shine a light on them.
You like hear them.
Yeah. Some people just call those explosions. But
Yeah, we never really talked about who's going to draw next. So
no, we did because she has to go last. So when
Oh.
everybody's rushing, see, like some people are like just talking amongst themselves right now with their significant others, like we should go home.
right,
And,
and then I'll start
wait,
drawing.
Benj is going to up next, and the people are going to be like, well,
Oh, okay.
we'll give him a
Yeah,
second
sure.
chance.
Yeah,
But you know,
they shouldn't have.
they
I'm
shouldn't.
sure.
So we'll pass it over to you, and then Maddie can save New Year's.
Yes.
So before everybody rushes out of the New Year's Eve party, see, like right now, people are like gathering their bags and like using the restroom before they go out to their car. But then as they exit the restroom, they're like, "Wait, it's blank. This isn't as bad as we thought."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like hope.
Yeah. There's-
Nothing more hopeful than a blank
It's
canvas.
true. Blank canvas is the best thing we can give you.
Happy New Year.
I mean, between me and Isaac, it's the
Yeah.
best thing we can give you.
See,
Because it means there's change.
yes.
Yep.
But
Like-
the problem is usually you think change for the better. With us, there's no real promise of that
No.
until it gets to Maddie. Because Maddie's what they call like a real artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like she draws things and people look at them and are like, I know what that is. I recognize that.
Yeah.
People look at ours and
Like you don't have to like explain to people that it's Space Hamster.
you don't need labels and arrows.
There's no like words like
That makes me
Oh,
think
that's
of
what it is.
my Siberian bear, where I tried to draw a tiger, but anybody looking at it would just think it was a striped bear. Yeah, see,
Mhm.
it's complicated. Maddie, what do you find to be the most difficult thing to draw?
Something that I just make up in my own head.
Mm.
You know, like I could look at something and be like, oh, I can make that, I can draw that. But if I have to like come up with it in my own imagination, it's kind of hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm bad at everything.
Yeah, that's where I
Especially-
struggle.
Especially hands, though. You ever try to draw
I've
hands?
seen your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, not your. I mean, I've
I
seen
mean, my
your
hands are right here
but-
at the end of my arms, but yeah. You ever have a hand mangler end up in one of your drawings? And I mean, not the hand mangler himself, but like
like a mangled hand.
a mangled hand. Yeah, like the results.
Not really. No.
See,
Yeah.
that's real fortunate. I try not to draw hands a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like they hide behind things or in pockets, or sometimes people are just not. They don't have hands in my drawings.
Just have nubs.
Yeah, like circles.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
we did a secret drawing last week because we went and drew stuff for Arizona State University,
Mm-hmm.
and I drew something that just had circle hands.
Yep. The
Lots of
easiest.
possibilities.
The easiest kind of hands to draw.
Easily my favorite. Speaking of hands, that one.
that's a good hand.
Yeah, that wasn't too
It's
bad.
missing a finger, but it's
See,
a hand.
That's the other
You can
thing.
look at it
Hands?
until it's a hand.
Hands?
That's good.
Cartoon hands can't have 5 fingers.
See, and that one, the hand mangler got half of each finger.
Or maybe he's making a fist.
Yeah, you never
Oh.
know.
We'll just say that. We'll give Benj the benefit of the doubt.
And I can't help but noticing this looks shockingly similar to your drawing from Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but these are calendar people. It's very different.
Yeah. Are they, I have to ask, are they naked calendar people and that's why they're hiding behind the bush?
Yeah, of course.
So only
This-
thing that makes sense.
This one is a 2, but it's more hidden.
See, that's where the explaining part comes in. It just looks like a nose sticking up the way you drew it.
There's one little eye and one big eye.
Yes.
Yeah, on purpose. Right? Right, Ben?
Of course.
On purpose.
All art is on purpose.
Even
Wh-
poor art.
We don't believe in happy little accidents, just sad little purposes.
Yeah.
And that's even better.
You don't like erase when you're doing art, do you?
Not when I'm working with pen or Sharpie. Space Hamster's never with pencil. So
Yeah,
he
see?
never gets
He's
erased.
pure art.
Mhm.
He's pure art.
Yeah, that's
I
why we
didn't
invited
erase.
you on the show, because we're like, we can relate to that. Except for the part where it looks good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We used to draw on napkins at lunch,
Mm-hmm.
just so that one day when we're famous, people who find those napkins can be millionaires. It's a charity thing, really.
They'll dig them out of the trash cans, all soppy and
Yeah.
stained.
Yeah, there'll be like some nasty crumpled up thing that like we wiped our nose with, and it'll have a drawing on it, but someone will buy it. Like if someone found like a Van Gogh napkin that he like wiped his mouth on, but then drew like anything on, it would be like $1 million
Yeah,
gross napkin.
That would be
Right,
expensive.
yeah.
It'd have to be like quarantined for the next 1,000 years, because they had the plague and stuff back then. But they'd still sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's happening in your drawing?
Well, this is just the first 2 calendar people.
What did you call them? Calendar Adam and Calendar Eve? With a giant year 0 hanging in the sky?
Yes.
Well, I think you're done. We get the joke. That's New Year's Eve. It's a me. Calendar.
Scared of year 0 or are they like excited? I can't really tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are they
Like the
raising their
wide
arms?
eyes and the raised hands could be like fear or excitement.
See, we're learning things about Art Bench. I don't ever think about which way the hands are facing usually. They're usually up or they're down.
They don't mean anything. They're just there.
Yeah.
I would say at this point it's pre-shame, so they must be excited.
Okay.
They haven't eaten the calendar apple yet.
Good for them.
Off of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil calendars.
Yep.
There's so many
Like
theological
there's-
questions about your world.
Yeah, this see, I like to bring up new possibilities for the
Does this mean there's
calendar
like
world.
a calendar Jesus
Like, I mean,
stapled to the cross?
one day
Oh, it's horrible.
it's the new year 0.
This is like 0. Not even 0 BC. Like what does it mean?
Well, like
Like there hasn't been a
they
year
did
yet.
they did dates differently.
Oh yeah, they counted up.
before. Like
Yeah,
they like you think back then they also were like counting down to year to the Jesus calendar.
I never really thought about that, but that's probably
Like they counted up and then we also count up.
profound. That still doesn't answer my question. But I think it's best not to think that.
It will be answered one day.
In
Through
calendar
art.
heaven.
Art,
Yeah,
when we do the whole when we do the whole New Testament
yeah,
in
we'll write a
calendar,
book.
people.
It'll be the calendar Bible.
I think we should like not do that. At least not like admit that. Like when they have like what's that called when they have a writer that's
Ghost
not
writers.
ghostwriter.
Yeah. Or well, this would just be a different name, right? So this would be like a pseudonym. No, like a pen name. I don't know.
I think we should
Those are all
just
the same
publish.
thing,
We should
right?
just publish the Bible according to calendar people
Mm-hmm.
by the two good artists.
Too good.
No one would ever mistake us.
They'll never guess.
Yeah.
Huh.
Never.
Because I mean, there's so
Madiii
many.
can draw the art for it.
Yeah. There's always so many questions. Like we've even had questions about the calendar people asked before, and like we had to go into deep explanation of the genetics of
You could just quit drawing them.
the calendar people. And so now that we've explained the science and genetics of this, I think the next is theology.
I think this is getting dangerous. Madiii, will you be our ghost artist for our book?
Yeah.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm ghost artist with a pseudonym.
See, most ghost things I think is like for anonymity, like they don't want people to know. People will know the two poor artists made it, but we'll be like, but a ghost drew these. Our ghost artist. We'll just sell it like that. There's people who would buy it just because they thought a ghost artist, but they just don't understand the term ghost artist. Because who has that?
I think
I think
usually
it's usually just called an illustrator.
you have a ghostwriter or whatever because like you want to pay someone else to do the work, but you want to claim that you did the work.
No. That's not right, is it?
Yeah, like ghost architectures and stuff. It's like, oh, this architecture
There's ghost
company.
architects?
Yeah, like this architect company built this thing, but they actually just like hired someone else, like a contractor, to do it.
I always thought it was because like you didn't like you were like super famous and you're like, I don't want people buying my work just because of my famous name. I want to write a book for the pure
Or like
art of it.
you're writing a biography, like an autobiography, right? But you're like, well, I don't actually want to write the whole thing, but you want to claim it's an autobiography.
I couldn't write an autobiography
you-
just because of all the first person writing about myself I'd have to do. It's
Yeah,
so annoying.
exactly. So you hire a ghostwriter, but then you approve it, so technically it's an autobiography, even though someone else wrote most of it.
So, but do they get paid for that? They get paid, right?
Yeah. But you just don't tell anyone.
But you won't get paid. Madiii. I see what
Yeah.
you're doing there. You're trying to. We don't get paid.
Yeah, we don't
so
get
we can't
paid.
really pay anybody.
You can get all the money from the book makes. We'll make that deal.
Yep. You can have all the money that it makes.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like a legal binding thing one day. Like her descendants are gonna come after our descendants once we're
Look,
famous.
they said it on recording.
Yeah.
Looking for ghost money.
Yeah, you can have all the ghost money.
Every time a ghost buys the book and pays with ghost money,
It's like
you
That's
get
true.
it.
dripping with ectoplasm. But thankfully, Benja's drawing is over before it became too blasphemous. It's just your drawing from 2 weeks ago, but
I see what you mean by Benj writing his age. Like,
Yeah, like
is
what
it
number is
21
that?
Yeah.
or is it
Yeah,
31?
see?
Whoever will know.
Is it 71?
Yeah, you can't claim to be younger.
Well, it could be 71. Then I'm claiming to be older. I think if you took the average, I end up older.
Oh, that's right.
Like it's either a 2 or 3 or a 7.
Ah.
We're pretty
One
sure
of
about
those.
that.
Yeah, definitely one of those.
So
All
we'll
right.
just call him 50.
This is the point of everyone's New Year's Eve party that they're throwing, where everyone is like tying their shoes.
Yeah.
You know, like those people who have slip-on shoes are already got one foot out the door
Mm-hmm.
because there's no hope because they saw your drawing.
They used to become Russian back in.
Yeah, they will as soon as they hear that the creator of the Space Hamster is about to draw art, do art for the
Mm-hmm.
drawing. I'm going to stop talking so that your party doesn't fail. There's like a line at the door right now.
They're just trying to escape.
People in places where you have coats are looking for their coats. And it's okay because people are not leaving even though it's like 7:15.
Mm-hmm.
They're like going to go throw their own party without poor art.
Yes.
But no. It all rests on you, Maddie. How do you feel?
It's all, I'm feeling the pressure.
That's how we all feel.
All right. Well, here's my take on the new year. I'm going to start with this.
See, true art is quick.
Yes.
Look at that. That would have taken us 4 minutes.
It's not good, but it's quick, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Slow down. Although, for a real artist, I think the best thing they can do on our channel is be like, I drew it in 20 seconds. And that's why.
That's why it's good art.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh,
beautiful.
mean-
man.
Oh, Maddie, that's like one of the sound effects for our channel. Oh, man. Oh,
Well,
man.
I kind of messed up his eye, but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would notice.
No, see, 'cause they're
Our-
looking at the hair. Hair
Yeah.
covers a multitude of sins.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
From Isaac.
On
He's the only
the-
one that says it.
That's
And then there's those of us that make fun of Isaac for saying it that
that's
also
a beautiful looking dragon.
Well, thank you.
say it. Right.
No, I'm
He
guessing
likes
it's not
to
a
see
dragon.
himself as a dragon. Well,
You hold the pen up so high. Like,
do I?
no, it's okay. Whatever your technique is.
Let's see. I'm going to draw a person right here.
I noticed you start forehead first style.
Forehead first. That's how it happens.
Wow. I didn't even. Oh, look at that. Whoa! It has hair
And an ear.
and an eye. Brow.
Like this human has all facial features.
Okay, we need to just stop being amazed. We're artists too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard though when we're watching true artists, good artists as they call them. Oh, see, that's the kind of hand we approve of on this channel. Like there are other fingers, but you don't need to see them.
You don't got to see them. They're not important.
Mm-hmm. But even still, like with how quick she drew that
Yeah,
hand
no,
and how
right.
you can tell it's a hand.
We're 2 minutes into this drawing, something that would have taken us 45 minutes.
Made me make something.
See, laughter is the enemy of art.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll work it in.
Work,
will
just
work
stick it
it
on
in.
his tongue now. It's okay. He really doesn't like this other person. What I can't figure out is that a painting of a horse, or is the horse sticking its head through the window?
It is a painting.
Oh, okay. See? One line and one dot.
One line and one dot
changes
makes a
everything.
difference.
Yep.
This guy has bushy eyebrows
Oh.
and a dot in the eye.
Now it looks like it's a cigar, not a tongue.
This
Ooh, it looked like a cigarette.
is
Or like an anime cigarette, which is just a lollipop.
Yeah.
wheat.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Look at that. Advanced art technique. His beard was done.
There we
Look at
go.
that. It looks like it's on his head.
Yeah, like that.
Like,
Where hats should be.
not just like floating above her.
Man, that guy's handsome.
He's rugged.
Yeah, he is. Looks a bit like your husband.
I think that would
Whether that's good or bad, I don't know.
probably be an insult.
If you found your husband like stranded on an island,
where he found a cowboy hat in a wheat.
That's a good save.
It's the only thing that grows on the island is cowboy hats and wheat. And he has a loaf of bread for a hand.
We do love loafy hands.
Yeah. He's just like looking at his hand. Yeah.
Here, we'll
He's
bring up
been
the
really lonely on this island. Just him and his old horse painting and his wheat. Oh, Maddie. Welcome. Welcome to the channel.
Thanks.
Ah,
It's official now
Yep.
that I've drawn a mangled hand.
it's like he's telling a dramatic story, like an Italian farmer.
Yeah.
It's just like both hands in the air.
Did you know
Is that an elf on the left? I'm just
Eve?
curious.
An elf?
Like the lady, maybe man. Yeah. That's the woman, right?
I wasn't really sure. I'm just making a man.
Yeah.
See, that's why I thought it was an elf. You look at an elf man and you're like, too beautiful to be a man, right? Where's the rugged? You look at it's like Aragorn and Legolas. Legolas
Yeah.
from a distance is just a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Aragorn from outer space is still a man.
So he says, "Did you know Eve?" And this guy's like, "Yeah, I knew yours, Eve." Yuckle.
Like the goofy laugh at the end. That was like a whole yuck.
Mm-hmm.
We need the bubbles, or else you don't know they're talking.
See, Benj?
I think a single line
No, it's just
is good.
those are complicated. I like that the first thing you drew was the horse, like because you don't the horse is irrelevant to the drawing, but it really makes this.
Wait,
piece art.
it's not. This is Eve.
Oh.
Oh, she's pointing at Eve.
Eve is the focal point of this
Oh,
whole
man.
drawing.
I see.
Oh, I didn't even know that Eve was a horse. I thought Eve was
Yeah.
a calendar
Mm-hmm. So did I, but apparently.
or a robot. There's too many Eves. But everyone knows Derpy Horse Eve is the most famous.
Derpy Horse
You
Eve.
forgot some letters in your name.
3 eyes, because
Yeah,
that
that's it.
completes the name.
That works. But now
Age, this is where you're going to feel old.
that's not a 3. Oh,
Quite possibly the last drawing I'll do as the age 26.
oh my gosh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Because your birthday is like yesterday. In the places
Does that make sense?
on the other side of the world, they're saying that because it's a day ahead.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah. Maybe when they're watching this, your birthday will be yesterday.
Yeah, and I already beat
and then it'd be
27 when
really
they watch it.
interesting. Except they don't know when your birthday is, so they'll just have to assume that I'm right.
Yeah.
They'll never
Whenever
know.
you watch this video, just know that yesterday was Maddie's birthday.
Regardless of when it is.
Yeah, it's really complicated when you watch this video 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like
yeah.
most people
That's
do with
like
our videos.
2 birthdays in a row.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, Maddie, you have drawn something not only incredible, but you taught us that you don't have to go so slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's almost more skill. Maybe that's what we should draw. We've done that in the past. We did one of those, like, 10-minute,
Yeah.
1 minute, 10-second drawings. And I'll admit, our 10-second drawings were not that far off from our 10-minute drawings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
maybe that's our New Year's.
Yeah, we just need to draw faster. Like, we don't get better.
But we do get it over with quicker.
Less painful for everyone else.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good... I haven't really considered that. We could have videos that are like normal amounts of time. These people have to watch our videos. They have to like dedicate a solid afternoon to a
Yeah.
video.
We might, if we get an episode done, like, in 20 minutes, that would
Man.
save people
I don't-
so much
that
How
time.
opens
much
up a
better
whole
it
new
is.
world.
You get elves and cowboys and horses and everything.
And then
All
people
in
don't
one-
have to listen
yeah.
to us talk as long either.
I mean, isn't that why they watch? They don't watch for the art.
I don't know why they watch
Yeah, I
that.
don't know.
But I think we can confidently say that not only did Madiii save the whole party
Yeah,
and New
look at-
Year's,
everyone's
but she
back
may
on the
have
couch.
saved our whole channel.
Everyone's toasting with champagne and grape juice that doesn't taste like champagne.
I'm basically a superhero.
Yep.
Yeah, you've literally saved the whole year.
Wow.
Because if someone's party ends, or if someone's year ends with like everyone at their party leaving because of a choice they made in the videos they like to watch, then their year is going to be ruined.
Yep.
But you've saved it.
Mm-hmm. And you've given everyone something to put on their fridge.
You have.
Yeah.
If we haven't said that enough yet, you should really be putting our art on a fridge.
Yeah, it's the proper
It's where it
place for it.
belongs. It's where it belongs.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an honor.
Well, thank you
Or
for
maybe
being on.
maybe a dishonor. I'm
An
still
honor to
deciding.
us, a dishonor to you.
Yeah.
But we are very thankful, and we'll have to have you on more in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Like
In
we
the
promised our
actual-
fans.
Yes.
Guests in the new year. Unless you're on, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is on the other side of the world, right?
I think so. Maybe.
It's somewhere else. It's not here.
Yeah.
Not where we are.
I'm looking at there's so many letters in Ethiopia. It is the new year in Ethiopia. Happy New Year to all of our
Happy New
Ethiopian
Year.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
And Happy New Year's Eve to all of our Americans.
Yep.
Fellow Americans.
See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemies' time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.